Just gonna give it a little bit until people pop up in here. Hopefully y'all can hear me just fine, not too loud, not too much background noise or whatever. I think I'm gonna actually minimize restream there. That music is messing up too much. Heyo! Can you hear me fine? Music's not too loud or anything? Nice. Music is quiet? Okay, I can turn it up a bit. Heyo, Matthew! How's that? That's not too loud, is it? I'm gonna be doing a painting on poster board, showing y'all a few different techniques, and then I'm gonna bring over my canvas that I've pre-painted so that I've had time to dry a little bit. I had technical difficulties getting in here, so awesome. Is the camera clear? Because it's totally not on my phone. Like this area here, at least in focus. Awesome. All right, well, let me grab something real quick. So I'm gonna be using just yellow pages. And basically, I rip a piece out, and then I'll just crumple it up and just use that. Pull it, spread it back out, lay it down, and use that. So I'm gonna use that for one texture. I am going to use just a piece of poster board that I've ripped with just like little ridges in it. I'm gonna use that to do some scraping on some paint. And then I'm also gonna use just some plastic wrap, cellophane wrap. Go ahead and rip a piece off now. Alright, so I'll just use that, I want it to be kind of crumpled. So I'll use that, put it down over something and get a texture out of that. So we got the 3 texture techniques that I'm going to go with. And these would be the stencils that I'm going to use on the canvas, but I'm not going to use them on this. I'm just going to do the textures and kind of explain that to y'all. So first let me get my paints over here. That cap don't want to play. So this first one I'm going to do like an earth painting, or earth planet rather. So you have land or ocean, forest, and like desert land area. So first thing I'm going to do is find a cap. And I'm going to just put down a little bit of blue. Always shake your cans first. Sorry if that's loud. And then I always test spray off to the side. So I don't want to fill the whole area. I want to leave like a little bit like that. Come in with the green. Same thing, give it a little shake. I've already pre-shook all of these, so shouldn't have to worry too much about that. I'll just kind of come in and add a little bit. This doesn't need to be too terribly thick. I'm probably putting it on thicker than it should be, but I'll add a little continent there. I'm gonna come in with this sand color here, which has a lot of clog in that cap. There we go. Just gonna add that there. And then I'm gonna go over the top of all of that with some white. Again, spray off to the side. And I'm not gonna put this on real thick, but I do kind of want to cover over a lot of that. And then again, I'm going to take just some newspaper for this one, or yellow pages, whichever. And again, crumple it up. Just kind of, you don't want to press it all the way down on it, but you know, just kind of run your fingers along it. I don't know if you can quite tell, but you want to leave like some wrinkles in that. So you just kind of do that and then peel it off. And that could actually probably use a little bit more. So I'm gonna take another piece of paper here, crumple it up, and just kind of rub it around on it, not too terribly much. And that'll give you that kind of texture there. So next, I think I'm gonna do a wet fiery planet, if that makes sense, kind of like a lava planet. So it's going to be these three colors, and I'm going to start with the red, and this one I'm going to do with the cellophane. So I'm going to start with the red and just get a nice little bit of red there. And with this one I kind of work my way down instead of just kind of randomly placed. So I'll instead of covering over this red, I'll just kind of come underneath of it. And then the yellow, I sometimes use, kind of like I use the white. So I'll put my base area yellow and then just kind of give it a little bit of that. And then, again, I'm going to take white, paint over it. And I don't know if you'll notice, but I did this one a little bit thicker with the paint because I want the paint to be a lot more wet here. You'll kind of see what I mean when I get done with this here. Out of here, bugs. Stretch the cellophane out. You can see how it clings to the paint. You don't want to remove all of those little bubbles there because you get that effect with it. And that's so cool looking. So yeah, there's that one. It's got a real, I don't know if you can quite tell with the lighting, it's got a real shiny effect to that one. And then this last one, I'm going to do kind of a bubblegum kind of thing with it, I guess. A little bubblegum scrape planet thing. Just going to use the pink for all of this. Pink cap, rather. Oh, hey Kelsey. So, I'm work down here. I'm just going to kind of randomly apply this one a little bit. Kind of the same as I did the first one. That's probably a lot larger than I need it to be, but oh well. I love those too. Those come out so cool looking. And again, I'm gonna go over all of this with white. See where the solvents, I didn't shake up the can enough, I guess. Again, I'm gonna take this little piece of cardboard that I've got those rips into it. And I'm just gonna go at an angle and, you know, at an angle this way and at an angle to the canvas that you're working on. I'm just gonna kind of scrape like that. And then you can, like, you know, your planet's not going to extend past that. You can kind of wipe off that excess paint, just so it'll help it dry a little faster. You don't got to worry about that area drying. Oh, no, we're just getting started. This is, what I'm doing right now is kind of showing off the techniques that I use for the canvas that I've already pre-painted this spot for. Problem painting with bright lights, you get all these little bugs that want to get in your paint. So you can kind of tell, I don't know if that's going to focus in any better than it is. I did turn autofocus off. You can kind of see the texture there. Thank you, Naomi. From trash to treasure. Some of my first pieces of spray paint art were done on pieces of trash because I bought the wrong poster board. I didn't get the glossy poster board, so I ended up having to, I think it was like Jack Daniel's shredded beef or something like that was what I'd had that night. So yeah, what you would do with this afterwards is you'd take your stencil. That one's a little too big for all of those, but you'd take your stencil, you'd put it over it, you'd cover all of those up. And then the basic technique would be you just take black and spray black over everything, and then take some white and you can just, you know, spray some onto your finger and just kind of flick it on, or, you know, you can get just a little brush or whatever. This is a hard, you know, didn't get cleaned properly brush, so I just spray white onto it and fling the stars on. So I think, let me check this canvas real quick, make sure it's dried up, ready to go. Yeah, it could probably use a little bit longer, but oh well, if I screw it up, it's y'all's fault. Y'all are rushing me. What kind of paper am I using right now? This is just cheap old poster board. Yeah, don't give you any kind of thickness or anything like mill-wise or whatever. It's, you create poster board. So just something I got down at the dollar store or whatever. You know, it comes in a big sheet. I think it's 22 by 28 inches. And so the first kind of poster board paintings that I was doing, I would get one of these and cut it into 4 and just use that. It's not too terribly thick. Like, I don't know if you can tell, it's a little humid out here. And so the poster board is a little warpy, I guess you could call it. This isn't the kind of poster board that I would want to put into an art tube and ship off to somebody. This is something that I'd prefer to ship flat. But yeah, I am going to take and put this aside. I'll bring back this one. It's funny, this one, the paint's a lot thicker on it, so I figured that it would actually be the most wet still, but it feels like this one is, and normally that's the planets that dry the quickest. These normally dry the slowest here, because of the thick paint. Hey Enrique! What up? Okay, so I saw how I made those last textures. I think I prefer the texture on the other planet on that one and that one too, but oh well. Can't all be winners, can they? So what I'm gonna do, make sure I got a clean bottom stencil there. The thing with stencils is you want something like this is just a lagging. Okay, looks like it went back to normal. Whatever. Awesome. So you want a stencil that has a real thin lip on it where it touches the canvas. Hope I'm not lagging for y'all. Lagging on my end, on my phone at least. I always kind of like to eyeball it and then place it. Eyeball it a lot before placing it. I'm gonna weight these down. Just rocks from the yard. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start recording with my camera so I can turn this into a speed painting video for y'all. Trying to get my other camera to focus. There we go. Alright, hit record on that. And what I'm gonna do is put down some black. I'm actually going to mute myself while I shake this because I didn't shake the black earlier. Alright, black is shaken up, bugs are scared off hopefully, so I'm going to put this black down now. Oh good. Y'all, Kelsey has, and I'm totally going to go nerdy Star Trek with it, she's got Ferengi ears. She hears everything. We're working together, I can pick my nose and she's like, stop, that's so loud. My kid, obviously. Come on, focus. So I like to start and just get the sides done here. Just do that. I think what I'm actually gonna do, have a little fun. Take a little bit of purple. Just see why I did that in a little bit. Excuse me. Actually, you may not see why I did that until the speed painting video. Sorry. Oops. Yes, only the cool kids hear well. And now I'm gonna just go around the edges of all the stencils. I do not want this to be too thick, but I want to make sure I get a nice even coat around where those stencils are at. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of trying to dust over that purple so it just kind of lightly disappears. The reason I want it to just lightly disappear is because I'm going to end up backlighting this. So with that backlighting, that purple comes through real nicely. And then I'm going to finish it off by I'm going to sign it first, just while this paint's wet. And then I'm gonna spray some stars on it. So I'm just spraying stars right onto that, or spraying white right onto that brush, shaking off just a little bit of excess, and then just throwing stars down. This is a lot easier when I had my palette knife, but it's a cheap old palette knife, plastic palette knife, so it broke after a while of having spray paint on it, I guess. You know, I guess the spray paint made it more brittle than it should have been or something. I don't know. Because there was a planet here. That's about it. That's a lot of the times I actually prefer to sign on the right, but this one just, I don't know. It would have felt too crowded over here in the corner, I guess. But yeah, I normally do sign on the right side actually. Okay, that's probably enough stars. So I'm just gonna wipe my paintbrush off here. Alright, and then I'm gonna take the white and I'm just gonna do a little number like that. And time for the big reveal. Took all my little rocks off. Which one should we start with? 1, 2, or 3? 1, 2, 3. Vote now. Kenny. Kenny. Yeah, which one do you want me to do first? 1, the big one. 2, the one on the right over here. 3, the one on the bottom. Oh, Teresa, that don't count. You can't vote 4 times like that. Alright, so we're back to where we started. We got 1, 2, and 3. What say you, Kenny? Big 1, 2. Okay, so we got 2. Alright, I'm gonna throw a vote out there and I'm gonna say 3 just for Naomi. Boom. Now I'll do 1. I might actually have to hold the canvas here. It's a little stuck. There we go. Boom. Try and tilt this for y'all. Get a little angle for it so I can see a little better. Thank y'all. Alright, let me do this recording on my camera. Boom. Yeah, I need to get a better solution to this. My phone is like not liking this Wi-Fi. Oh well. But yeah, ta-da! There, get a nice look at it myself. Now the only thing left to do is mute my mic. That is kind of what I was going for with that one, was to make it a little Earth-like. And now the only thing left is to throw a little bit of clear coat on it. Almost out of clear coat here. Oh, you want this one, Matthew? That can certainly be arranged. Right. Yeah, I'm still up in the air on light clear coat or not. Ow. Because clear coat, like spray paint, I can't speak, spray paint, this stuff. It, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to go on, you know, super great sometimes. You'll still see everything properly. Like I said, my phone is lagging, and that's how I'm connected right now. So. Yeah, like I was saying, like clear coat, it'll go on real shiny in spots. Like I really don't know if y'all can tell, but there's some spots like right here. There's a little streak right there that's just so much more shiny and just glossy in general than everything else. And then like right in this area, it's a lot more dull. So I'm kind of up in the air on clear coat. For me, I'm really wanting to try out epoxy and see how, you know, that works with everything. Oh yeah, like a streaming coffee table for gaming and everything. I'm totally down for that. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna start trying epoxy, just a thin, quick set epoxy or something. Pour that over the top of it and see if that'll give me a nice sheen, like even sheen, I should say. But for the most part, the clear coat is real good for like re-wetting paint. Like, I think y'all can see that there. That made that shiny, but it re-wet the paint. So I can come in and actually pull. I don't know if y'all can tell at all, but I can actually pull that paint off of it. You know, because that paint was dried on there. But you can come in with that clear coat and it re-wets it. So it's pretty cool. Clear coat or epoxy, either or. Crystal clear, that's, I believe, yeah, that's what this is, the crystal clear enamel. And I've used it, I believe I don't know if I have any now, but I've tried the satin finish, and that one's alright for some things, but I think it's just matte, matte clear coat or whatever. Like that one, it's not all that good. The satin's a little bit better if you want to go for a matte color or matte finish to it. But I prefer the high gloss. But then again, like some paintings, I end up with like I did one where the planets themselves were matte color, and this was just by accident, and I was using, you know, crystal clear enamel clear coat, but the planets ended up a real dull matte kind of finish to it, and then the space and everything around it all ended up super glossy, and it might have been the opposite of that. But either way, it looked really cool with just the stark difference when you hit the light just right, that stark difference between the textures. It was so cool. All right, well, how long has that been? That weren't no hour. Sorry, Matt. Kind of hard to get a full hour out of this, but I think, what, 40 minutes? That's about what I did. That's not too terrible. So I think I'm going to call that here and go ahead and end this stream. I will be turning this into a speed painting video. I need to edit my last one, and those are going to be going up on YouTube on my channel real soon. Yeah, ish. I mean, I was supposed to start at 7:30. I don't know if y'all can see the name of the stream is 7:30, he said. I appreciate y'all coming out and hanging out, and it kind of encourages me to do this a little bit more. So I will catch y'all on the flip side and all that shit. So y'all take it easy. Oh, I need to open up my laptop to do that. I'm just gonna awkwardly stand here and stare at each other for a while. Alright, bye y'all.